Hi. I think that spin-offs are hard to do because figuring out who a character should interact with can be tricky, especially if it's a character that was never intended to be the lead character of a show or a film. I do think that the Patrick Star show is pretty good, and I do think that Patrick's family members are pretty entertaining. I do think that giving a spin-off to most of the other SpongeBob SquarePants characters would be hard, but I do think that a Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy spin-off would be really good. And I think that one of the main reasons why is that Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy already have a lot of characters to interact with. They already have villains to deal with. Their main enemies are Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble. Their other enemies haven't gotten too much to do, but a spin off show could explore the other villains and make them more interesting. Man Ray is already amazing, and seeing more of him would be delightful, in my opinion. The Dirty Bubble is really good. And Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy are great characters, and they are supporting characters in SpongeBob SquarePants, but a lot of their appearances have been focused on them. And so I do think they have the potential to lead a show, and I can understand why making anything with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy could be considered difficult because Ernest Borgnine and Tim Conway sadly passed away, and they did such wonderful jobs at voicing Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy respectively that it could seem difficult to have anybody else voice the roles. However, there is an episode where Adam West and Burt Ward voiced the younger versions of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. So it seems like having other actors voice Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy is considered okay if it's the younger versions. And having a show about Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy before they ever met SpongeBob or Patrick could be really interesting. It could be a superhero show, which I think would appeal to a lot of people that wouldn't normally watch SpongeBob. But I think it would also appeal to big fans of SpongeBob because I think there's a lot of comedy that could still happen. I feel like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy are a very fun duo. Man Ray and the Dirty Bubble are really funny villains. I think there's a lot of great potential, and it could be really cool. I think it could be a fantastic spin off show that could have lots of adventure, but it could also be hilarious. And I think that it would be even better than the Patrick Star show and Camp Coral, and I think that it would be up there with some of the best episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants if it were made. And I think it would be cool to see new designs for Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy where they look somewhat older than they do um, in the episode where Adam West and Burt Ward voiced them, but younger than their main appearance is in SpongeBob. And I think there's a lot of really cool stuff that could be explored. And Mermaid Man, Barnacle Boy, and Man Ray are my favorite SpongeBob characters. So I would really like to see them get a lot more screen time, and I think that a spin off would be an amazing show.